Welcome. Simple middle school math made easy, simple visual math. So we are continuing with this is the algebra unit of the part where you have to create a table of values, x, y values, and plot the points in the graph so that you're drawing the line for the equation. So we're going to start with this equation, y equals 4x, and what I did here is I broke it up into steps. I think this is a good way to work it out if you're struggling. So first we're going to do each row of the table separately, and then we will plot the points on the graph and connect it to have the line for the equation given here is y equals 4x. If you are interested in having worksheets on different math topics, primarily middle school, but that's where I am. They call it middle school math, but it might be 5th grade. Could be done in other grades as well. If you're a teacher and you want to see, or homeschooling, guardian, or even for yourself, you can click on the links below. Amazon Teacher Pay Teachers to see math worksheets with visuals. Give your students the math supports they need. Follow me on Pinterest. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So let's jump right into it. The first thing we need to do is look at the equation because we are creating a table of values. So we look at the equation that is our recipe. Just like when you bake and cook, you need to follow the recipe. Well, here we need to follow the recipe, and our equation is like telling us the recipe. After we create the table of values using the equation, we are going to plot the points on the graph. So what is this equation, quote unquote, our recipe telling us? Well, it's telling us what operation to do, 2x, so that we can find our y. And here, I don't see a plus or a minus or a times or a division, so then students get confused. What operation is this? Well, remember that in algebra, a number, in this case the 4, is called the coefficient. The number attached to a variable, to the letter x, it means to multiply. So we're not going to write the multiplication symbol in algebra when we put it next to each other with no plus or minus in between and no division slash the line in between. It means to multiply. So this is telling us to multiply by 4 times x, as I wrote over here. What we're going to do is we're going to show the work, and we're going to start with the first row, and the first row says x is 0. So if x is 0, well, what is y? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take x and multiply by 4. So basically what I'm going to do is once I determine the operation or operations that I need to do, I'm going to make a box for it, and I'm going to write it for each row. I'm always doing the same operation for this equation because I'm using the same equation. What changes here? The x. Each row is going to have a different x, and then I'm going to get a different y, a different answer out. So I'm going to write this for all of them, and that's something you can do. And another thing that I've shown in my previous video, you can watch it if you're a little confused by this, but I did show this as well. Another way to do this is you can use a machine, in out machine, and you have to first put the operation here. The operation always stays the same. Here, for each equation, there's a new operation, but for this whole page, we're using the times 4. And then here, you put the x value. It goes in, so this is my in-out machine. And then what comes out is my y value, or my answer. And then I put that in the table. So my x value is given to me. Sometimes the x value is not given to you. You make up your own, and you multiply, and you get your x and y value from that way. So you can't make up your y, but you can make up the x. They don't give it to you, and they just tell you to create a table of values. So here, my x is given to me as 0. So I'm going to write it in the box here. 0 times 4 is just 0. And then I'm going to write my answer of 0 right there. Now, for my next... Now I'm going to focus on the next row, and now my x is different. Here, x is given to me as 1, and I'm going to ignore everything else. So let me cover this up, and I'm just going to focus on this row right here. And here, x is 1. So I'm going to put in 1 here. 1 times 4 is 4, and then I'm going to write that here for the y. Y is 4. So I have shown my work, and notice I'm always multiplying by 4. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore this row that I just did, cover it up, and I'm going to use the same operation. Again, if you want to use the machine, you can. I'll show it one time, but then if you want to continue using it, please see my other video. I showed how to use it. So here, x is 2. So if I'm using the machine, I put 2 in the machine, I do the operation 2 times 4, and that is 8, and I write the 8 over here. Or I can use this method where I put a box. So here x is 8, so I write 8, 8, nope, x is not 8, that's my mistake. X here is 2. So let me erase this, now my box is erased. So x is 2, because you see in the column where it says x, there is a 2. So now I'm going to put 2 into the box, and 2 times 4 is 8. 8 was my answer. That means y is 8. And there I have it, 2, 8. Now y is not always going to be 8, only when x is 2, y is 8. So we need to make sure that when we're plotting the points, we need to make sure that the 2 and the 8 is together when we plot the points. They are a pair of values, they are the coordinates. Now let's look at the next row, and we're ignoring all the other rows. And here, if I want to use the machine again, I would just have to erase the x and the y, because now I have a new x, and I'm going to get a new y. And what is my x here? So I look at the table, and my x is 3. So I'm going to put it in the box. So 3, and then I multiply by 4, because that is the operation that it tells us in this equation. 3 times 4 is 12. So now I have my table of values. I'm going to take them all here, remove this, and now I have my table of values. So all I need to do now is I need to plot the points on the graph. Now, to me, I know this and I think that it's simple, but some students do get confused where are the points to graph. So what I do is you can write each of these out as an XY point, and I don't really have room here. Let's see if I can put it on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each row, and I'm only going to look at that row. So the first row, 0, 0, I'm going to write over here. So I'm just going to write it out like this, like you see it with the parentheses, so that you know, okay, that's the point 0, 0. I need to plot that point. I'm going to move this over so I have room here so it doesn't collide into the numbers of the graph. So my next point, I'm going to focus on my second row and ignore everything else. I'm going to circle it in purple. 1, 4. And that's the next point I'll plot. And then my next point, really when you have 2 points, I mean, as long as you see the pattern, you can continue. You can connect them as a line, but just in case, to make sure that we're correct, we're going to plot all 4 points. So I'm going to now focus on this third row, and this is 2, 8. And notice how there's the pattern with the x and y, that every time you take x and multiply by 4, then you get y. And that's because that's what the equation tells us. And now for my last row, I'm going to circle it in blue, and that's my point 3, 12. So each row represents an xy coordinate, a point that we're going to plot, and we see this in the table, x and y. So we're going to start with 0, 0. 0, 0 is here, the origin where the y-axis and x meet. If you need help on how to plot points, please check out my video that I did on plotting points. Hopefully that will be helpful for you. And here, notice that this graph is a little different. It's not always going to go by 1s. This y-axis here goes by 4s. So it's something that's very important when you're graphing. Please remember that when there are numbers missing, so in this case we won't need to plot anything up here, but if there are numbers missing, know that you can always write them in as long as you're going by the pattern that they use. So they use 4, 8, 12, 16, and then next would be 20. So this one would be 20. So you should know that you can always put the numbers in if they're missing, as long as you're going by the pattern that's called the scale that they're using. So now I'm going to plot the other points. I'm going to x is 3. This is my, I'm sorry, we're going to start with this one. I plot the 0, 0. Now I'm going to plot my x and my y. The next one, I see x here is 1, so I'm going to go 1 here, and then y is 4. I go up to the 4, but I stay by the 1 line. And then my next one, 2, I go to x, here's x, is 2, and then I go up to 8. And just to show you, this is 8. When I move over, I see 8. And you see already that it is forming a straight line. And remember here, x is first, so this is my x. and this is the y. If you forgot how to plot points, please check out my other video. X is 3, so I go to where X is 3, right here. Not on the y, because X is 3, and then I go up to 12. And this is 12. And just to double check, it's always good to check, I move over, I see 12. Yes, that's correct. And then I connect them. And this is my line that goes on and on forever. So it goes both directions. That's why I make the arrow. This is the line y equals 4x. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you. This video ran very long. Please click on the links below. Amazon Teachers Pay Teachers. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and follow me on Pinterest. And I have included links to my previous videos and other videos. Please check them out. Thank you.